You open your phone to do something ordinary. Maybe you want to book a hotel, buy a product you've been thinking about, or enroll in an online course. There is no pressure in your mind. You are just browsing, comparing, and exploring options. At least that's how it starts. Then suddenly the tone changes. A warning flashes on the screen telling you only one item is left. Another message claims several people are viewing the same product right now. A countdown timer begins ticking, making every second feel expensive. Without realizing it, your body reacts before your mind does. Your heart rate increases, your focus narrows, and the calm decision-making process turns into a rush to act. How scarcity hijacks the human brain. Scarcity works because it targets one of the most basic survival mechanisms in the human brain. For most of human history, limited resources meant danger. If food, shelter, or tools were scarce, hesitation could lead to serious consequences. The brain adapted by reacting quickly to anything that appeared rare or limited. Modern marketing understands this instinct very well and uses it intentionally. When a website tells you something is almost gone, your rational mind takes a step back and your emotional brain takes control. You stop calmly evaluating the product and start focusing on avoiding loss. This reaction has nothing to do with intelligence. Smart people fall for scarcity just as often as anyone else. That's because the response happens automatically. The moment scarcity is introduced, the brain shifts into protection mode. Logic becomes slower, comparison feels risky, and delay starts to feel like a mistake. That is why scarcity is such a powerful tool online. It doesn't argue with you. It rushes you. Real urgency versus artificial urgency. Not all urgency is fake. Real urgency exists in everyday life. If you need medicine today, the urgency is real. If you must travel on a fixed date, the urgency comes from reality, not from a screen. Artificial urgency is different. It is created by design choices made to influence behavior. These include countdown timers that restart when you refresh the page, limited time offers that return every week, and warnings that only appear when you hesitate or move your cursor away. In many cases, nothing about the product has changed. The stock is the same. The price is the same. The only thing that changed is your behavior. The system noticed hesitation and responded with pressure. This kind of urgency feels real because your emotional response is real, but the reason behind it often is not. The danger is not missing out on a product. The danger is losing control of the decision. Why countdown timers are often misleading. Countdown timers look official. They feel precise, mathematical, and trustworthy. A ticking clock suggests a real deadline, something objective and unavoidable. But in practice, many of these timers are cosmetic. Consumer investigations and independent audits have repeatedly shown that a large number of online countdowns are personalized. They start when you arrive, not when the deal actually began. Some reset automatically. Others are completely disconnected from inventory or availability. A real deadline does not reset when you leave and return. A real limitation does not follow you across devices. When urgency chases you instead of existing independently, that's a strong signal that it is being used as a psychological tool rather than an honest constraint. Travel booking and airline pricing as a case study. Travel websites provide one of the clearest examples of artificial urgency in action. You search for a flight or hotel, and suddenly the interface becomes aggressive. You are warned that prices may increase soon. You are told that many people are viewing the same option. You are encouraged to book immediately before availability disappears. What these platforms rarely explain is that pricing is controlled by complex algorithms, long-term demand models, and scheduling systems. Your individual hesitation for a few minutes is rarely the deciding factor. The warnings are not predictions, they're nudges. Their purpose is to prevent you from opening another tab, checking another site, or taking a break to think. Stress converts better than calm, and travel platforms learned this lesson years ago. Once you recognize this pattern, you start seeing it far beyond travel. How social proof amplifies pressure. Scarcity creates tension, but social proof amplifies it. When a website tells you that others are buying, watching, or reserving the same item, it triggers a powerful assumption. You assume that other people know something you don't. You assume that popularity equals value. This creates a false sense of competition even when the product is unlimited or digital. In many cases, these notifications are automated or generalized. They are not live reports of real behavior. They are designed to create momentum and urgency. The goal is not to inform you, the goal is to move you. It is not information, it is theater, the cost of panic buying. When urgency and social proof combine, they produce panic. Panic shortens attention spans and reduces patience. Under pressure, people stop comparing prices, skip reading terms, and ignore long-term consequences. Behavioral research consistently shows that people who make decisions under time pressure spend more and regret those decisions more often later. Panic lowers price sensitivity and increases impulsive behavior. This hidden cost can be thought of as an urgency tax. You don't just pay with money, you pay with clarity, confidence, and control. The purchase feels good for a moment, but the regret lingers much longer. Dark patterns and the business of anxiety. These tactics are not accidents. They are part of what designers call dark patterns, which are interface designs intentionally created to manipulate user behavior. Every color, font size, message placement, and timing choice is tested to maximize emotional response. Companies run experiments constantly to discover which combination of words and visuals produces the most anxiety-driven conversions. Regulators are aware of these practices, but enforcement is slow and inconsistent. Meanwhile, companies move faster than rules can keep up. This is not a problem caused by a few dishonest websites. It is a structural feature of an economy built on attention, urgency, and fear of missing out. Why awareness alone is not enough. Many people believe that once they understand these tactics, they become immune to them. Unfortunately, awareness alone does not eliminate emotional response. Even when you know a timer might be fake, your brain still feels the pressure. Emotion reacts faster than logic. The system is designed to exploit that gap. The objective is not to convince you of a lie, but to rush you before you can think clearly. That is why relying on willpower is unreliable. What actually helps are habits and systems that slow decisions down. The 24-hour rule as a defense. One of the simplest and most effective defenses is the 24-hour rule. If a website pressures you to act immediately, step away for a full day. If the deal still exists, the urgency was likely real or at least reasonable. If it disappears, it was probably bait designed to rush you. Real value does not usually vanish overnight. Artificial urgency often does. A helpful question to ask yourself is where the urgency is coming from. If it comes from your real-life circumstances, it deserves attention. If it comes from the screen, it deserves skepticism. Scarcity online is often simulated. Urgency is frequently manufactured. Social proof is commonly staged. But your anxiety is always real, and it is profitable. The internet makes money when you panic. The moment you slow down, the power shifts back to you. When you pause, compare, and think, the spell breaks. Decisions made calmly are almost always better than decisions made under pressure. If this video helped you understand how online urgency works, like the video and subscribe for more clear, calm breakdowns of modern psychological tactics. Share with someone who always feels rushed by countdown timers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.